Like, how has daily life changed? You know, you've got a little girl, she's gorgeous. I think there's a photo on your Facebook of her and you, just, you know,
hanging
beautiful
out.
little girl. How has it changed? You know, how has it affected you now, and how are you concerned that it could affect you as you know, Pearl grows up?
It's affected me in a way of I have to try and prioritize things a little bit better. You know, I need a lot more sleep than I ever used to. I mean, I have to get like 8 hours a night, otherwise I'm just kind of useless. Because fatigue is a part of having multiple sclerosis. But other than that, you know, I'd like to say I'm less stressed and that I don't work as much as I used to, but I'm probably more stressed and have worked more than the last year than I ever have.
Which you're just hoping your doctor is not watching.
I know, he's just probably shaking his head being like, "Ay, ay, ay, what is gonna happen?" But I don't know, it's, in a weird way, it's kind of fueled me to like, all right, well, I might, you know, I don't know what the next year is gonna bring, 10 years, so in a weird, I kind of like, just like go, go, go. But through that though, you know, I don't recommend that to anyone with MS, like push yourself to the max. But you know, I have learned a lot about health and
your own limits, it sounds like.
Yes.
Kind of where your boundaries are. You know, how did your mum and your dad respond to the diagnosis when you told them that you had MS? Who took it harder?
Oh, my mom still takes it horribly hard. Like, I literally say anything, she's like bursts into tears.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
I have to like stop telling her stuff now about it because it's just too much of an emotional roller coaster for her.
How did your dad respond?
I think he was kind of, he was upset by it. I think he felt like a level of defeat about it. Just, I think as a father, I think he felt in a weird way like, you know, I think it's every parent's like instinct to try and take responsibility for it, even though it just
They
happened.
can't do anything.
They can't do anything unless they, you know, in conceiving me, they decided to, you know, get down to what genetic coding I had, down to the littlest detail, you know. Unless they did that, you know, they can't really take responsibility.
I mean, but is it something that you kind of talk about? Like, you know, you're a father now,
Yeah.
and obviously your relationship with your dad has it changed at all? Like, since
It
becoming
has.
a father?
It has. I think it, you know, it can't not. You know, when you have kids, it can't not, because, and then obviously the older, you know, I get and the older my parents get, the more I then start parenting them.
Which is fantastic. But I can't imagine your dad. I mean, you know, I was a big Black Sabbath fan. I cannot imagine your dad being parented by anybody.
Right. Yeah. You know, he's you know, we have a lot more kind of family-orientated talks now. You know, we complain about our wives together. You know, that's
bonding.
Right. That's what you got to do.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, your wife is watching. I'm
I
sure
know, she's probably like, what do you say? I don't really.
I mean, speaking of your dad, we couldn't help but dig this little Throwback Thursday one out that you tweeted out. Kids also always have an awesome fashion sense.
No, look at that.
So
Gotta love a studded leather jacket in the 80s.
you know, who was? I mean,
sweet mullet. Look at that thing.
In the most sort of polite way possible. Who was dressing you at that point? Were you choosing how to dress?
I think it might have been a combination of parents' influence and my choice. You know, like, hey, we've got the denim jacket or the leather jacket. You know, that was like 1990, I think. So that
you were like leather with studs.
Yeah, and that was very in back then. It's like, you know, that's the equivalent of like people that put their kids in skinny jeans now.
Which is, I mean, what do you think about that kind of thing?
I mean,
Would you let Pearl wear skinny jeans?
Yeah, she actually has some of those harem pants now, those like Justin Bieber-y pants. And they are kind of funny on a little 18-month-old.
I mean, do you have any kind of sense of what kind of dad you're going to be? You know, like you seem to have had not like a laissez-faire childhood, but I guess your childhood was a bit unconventional. What do you think about kind of Pearl as a teenager? Are you going to be a really you know, strict dad? And
I'm going to be probably very strict in some regards. Yeah.
Like what?
You know, have you ever seen Bad Boys 2? Remember when the guy comes to pick the girl up for the date and they basically just berate him? That's probably what I'm going to do. You know, I've got a lot of, you know, pretty serious friends that I'll have just lurking about with various weapons.
Right.
You know, just kind of milling about.
So 18-month-old boys, beware, because this will be your father.
Yeah, and I've got, you know, plots of land in the desert with pre-dug graves. So, hear it now.
As every father should.
Absolutely.
Right,
it's
yeah.
our duty as fathers to, you know, protect the purity of our daughters to every length.
I just can't imagine what your parents must be thinking when they hear this, because I'm sure they're thinking, you were not like this when you were a teenager.
No, but you know what though, there's always that moment where you're like, I don't think I'm going to be like that, like my parents were in some regards. She'll definitely go to school more than I did.
Well, yeah, that's something that you...
Yeah, she will not skip school as much as I did.